Page 281, this is a review of this unit. Okay, let's just briefly go through these. I don't know that I'll go through all of them, but we'll cover the highlights at least, if there are highlights. So, number one, first they want you to identify the key it's in. What harmonic minor scale is it? Well, it's fairly easy to do. It's the first note they're giving you. They're starting on step 1 of the scale. So this first one is here. It's B minor, because it's a B. It's pretty simple. Now, if they were starting on some other note than the first step, then we'd have to watch out. But I can tell you right now, they're starting on the first note. The second one is the E flat. You're in E flat minor. And the third one is C sharp minor. And the last one is F minor. They got the key, the clef signs on there, and then you put in the fingering for each hand. For that, that's fine. Hopefully you know the fingering on these by now. Please, I hope. Now, number 2, they want you to identify the minor key, and you put that above the lines. Okay, so let's do that. The first one is an F sharp. It's an F sharp. So which minor key has 1 sharp? Well, which major key has 1 sharp? That's how I have to do it. I know a major key is G sharp. So the minor key is a third below it, so it's an E minor. So this is an E minor. E minor has 1 sharp. The second one, and remember for the major keys on sharps, you take the last sharp and you go up 1 note. So for the first one, F sharp, you go up to G. So it's a G major, E minor. Next one, you have the last sharp is a D sharp. So that's E major, so that's C sharp minor. C sharp. And you do all the sharps the same way. And then on the flats, the next to the last flat is the one you're after. That's the key. So in that third one with all those flats on there, well, the next to the last flat is a G flat. That's the key. It's in G flat major. So which minor goes with G flat major? So G flat major is here. And the minor key is the third, it's E flat minor. So that with 6 flats is E flat minor. All the black keys plus a C flat. And the next one with 3 flats, well, the next to the last flat is a B flat. So that would be B flat major. Therefore, the minor key would be C minor. So you can get in the names of the keys, work in that system. I do the major first to figure that out, and then I go down a minor third for the minor, because I don't memorize all the minor keys, because I found that if I know the major keys, which I do, I can calculate the minor keys real quick. Got me through several semesters of music theory in college. It worked very well. However, you will use whatever system you choose, I'm sure. Now for the lines on the bottom. They want you to use whole notes, and they want a 6 chord on the staff. Then they want you to put in the letter name for each chord on the line below the staff. That is the name of the 6th chord. So the first one, we already determined that's E minor. So a 6th chord in E minor is built on the 6th step of the scale, which is 1 more than 5, here. So it's here, down here. So the 6th step in root position would be a C chord. And those, you just write in bass clef. Now, all these are in bass clef. You're down here. You'd write in whole notes for these notes, and then it's a C major chord. C, just put in capital C. The major's implied. And the next one is 4 sharps. We've determined that is C sharp minor. The 6th step in C sharp minor is an A. Therefore, a chord built on that. It's every other note within the key. It's an A chord, A major chord or A, and then those are the names of the notes. Now you can write them up here, you can write them down here, the whole notes. Where you put the notes in the staff is up to you, just put them in. So now we have 6 flats. Well, that's the key of G flat major. And the relative minor of that would be E flat, so it's E flat minor is the key it's in. Okay, the 6th step in E flat minor is a C flat. Now it's every other note in the key. So it would be a C flat, an E flat, and a G flat. It's a little tricky because you're thinking every other note, really? That's every other note? Well, it's every other note in the key. So it's go up the letters. We're on C, E, and G. Those are the letters, every other letter. But they're all flat. Because they're all flatted in the key. All those notes, C, E, and G, are flat in the key signatures. They're going to be flat here. So just each one goes down. So it's a C flat, E flat, G flat. And it's the sixth step. Now, where you write it in the music, you can put it wherever, where it's easy. That's the sixth step. And again, it's a major chord. Then the third one, that's C minor. The sixth step in C minor is here, so we're just doing that. And wherever you put them, that's where they are. So sixth. And the next one is B minor. 2 sharps, B minor. The sixth step is here, and it's every other note. It's a G chord. Then the next one is 5 sharps. Well, major 5 sharps is a B, so now we're in G sharp minor here. And the sixth step in that is an E, and then it's every other note. E, F, G, A, B. But we got to stay within the key signature. So we got sharps. So I got a G sharp, and I got a B. So that's it. It's a major chord. It's an E chord, E major chord. Then 5 flats is a D flat major, which is a B flat minor. And the sixth step in that would be an A, a G. So it's a G, A, B, C, D. Except again, I got to use the flats in the key signature. So all of these are flatted. So it's a G flat, a B flat, and a D flat. Wherever you put them in the music. It's a G flat chord. G flat. G flat major. If you use a capital G with a little flat, that's G flat major. Then the last one is 1 flat, which is F major or D minor. The sixth step in D minor is a B flat. You're going up every other note in the scale. It's every other letter. B, C, D, E, F. B, C, D, E, F. Within the key signature is that. So it's a B flat chord. I know it's getting a little tricky when you're dealing with these 6th chords. On page 282, we have number 3 up there. They want you to identify the arpeggio. Well, we're in root position, so just take the first note given and that's it. So that first one is down here. That's an F sharp. You're down here. It's an F sharp minor arpeggio. They're giving you the minor arpeggio part. You just put in the F sharp. What's the name of the note? Second one is C sharp. Third one, well, the note is a B flat, so I guess it's a B flat minor. Here, that's it, it's here. Okay, B flat minor, and then the last one is an E flat. So it's an E flat arpeggio, all flat keys. Yeah. E flat. So it's easy enough to get the names of them. It's the fingering. Can you get the fingering? And I do all of that in the arpeggio videos. Or some teachers teach a slight different fingering. You use whatever fingering your teacher's teaching you to do, but my fingering is what I learned in college, so that's what I teach. Then number 4, identify the key by writing its name above the staff. Well, okay, let's identify the keys as if we haven't done this before, but this is now treble clef. Same difference. Again, these are all going to be minor keys. So I do the major first, and then I go down a minor third that tells me the minor key. The first one has 1 flat. I know major key 1 flat is F major. So therefore, the minor key is a third below that, so it's D minor. So the key is D minor. Second one, that I know that's an A flat. Again, with the flats, once you get past 1 flat, you take the next to the last flat. That's it. So in that second measure, the next to the last flat's an A flat. Well, that's the key, A flat major. Now, minor, I go down a minor third here, so it's F minor. And all the flats do the same way, and then the sharps, you take the last sharp given, and you go up 1 note, and that's the major. So in that third one, the last sharp given is an E. If I go up 1 note, it's an F. So the key would be F sharp major here. Minor third above that. 1, 2, 3. So it's a D sharp minor. I got to stay in sharps now because that's what the key signature is. I can't go E flat minor, it's D sharp minor. So I figure out all the major and minor keys, and then I do the chords according to the numbers. Well, you got to know the minor key to do the chord. So again, that first one was D minor. Well, a 3 chord is 1, 2, 3, so it's here. But again, we're using a harmonic minor, and in D minor, the 7th step is here, so we're going to use C sharps instead of C's. So here it's C sharp. They're giving you the little X for the augmented. Third is augmented, so an augmented chord, remember, is a major third and a major third. A major third and a major third. It's an augmented chord. And these 3 chords we're using are all going to be augmented chords. Then the second one is 4 flats, which is F minor, excuse me, my brain went crazy for a minute. Now they want a 7 chord, which is 1 less. So we're going to use harmonic minor here, so I'm going to use E flats, or E naturals, excuse me. So I'm going to go up every other letter based on here. E natural, so it's E, F, G, A, B. Huh? So the notes would be the E, F, G, B, but I stay within the key signature. And I'm using natural minor. I'm not using E flat, I'm using E. Because normally it would be here, according to the key signature. The 7th chord would be that. But I'm using the harmonic minor, so I'm raising that up 1. And you will notice that a minor third and a minor third is a diminished triad. That's what that little circle is, 7 diminished. The 7th chords they're diminished. They're weird. So the diminished happens automatically if you use harmonic minor. You can figure all these others out. That's a tricky, yeah, they get a little tricky sometimes. Just stay within the letter names and stay within the key, because the chord is every other letter. But you got to add the sharps and flats according to the key. Take that next to the last one with those 5 sharps. 5 sharps in major is a B major, so that's G sharp minor. But if I do a G sharp minor, it's G, and I'm letter names, it goes up here. Okay. They want a 4 chord, which is 4, and it's here. But it's here. Because it's a C sharp, D, E, F, G sharp. So you have to, it gets a little tricky, but if you just use every other letter and you add the sharps as appropriate. So, and I want a 4 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be so I got a C, E, G. Then I just add the sharps. So it's a C sharp and a G sharp. That's a minor chord because that's major. So the minor, major, and all that is built in. And the thing you can do to check yourself too on it is, once you figure out what the chord is it the diminished or augmented or major minor like it says it should be? If it isn't, you got something wrong. That last one, that 1 sharp is E minor. Well, the 7th step was a D, so you want a chord built on D. So it'd be the D, F, A, A. But you gotta do the notes in the key, so I need an F sharp here. And I'm using harmonic minor, so rather than D, I'm gonna use D sharp. Well, once I get all that in, a minor third and a minor third, that's a diminished triad, so that's it. Here. Just remember to use the harmonic minor to raise the 7th step each time. Now, it gets really tricky when you're not accustomed to them. I guess everything is tricky when you're not accustomed to them. Never mind.